It's time for the finals, and that means it's time for me to stop making a clown out of myself in the Twitch chat and start casting, and instead make a clown out of myself on the stream. I love that Kappa Ross emote. That's all I gotta say. It's too good. And I hope you guys got a chance to enjoy the Bob Ross stream on Twitch, which I believe will be back, so that'll be fun. That was a fun marathon. Anyways, we're in the grand finals. I'm talking about stuff that's completely not related to the cast, but oh well. Once again, guys, I'm Niz. Thanks for joining us. We're casting the grand finals of the Semi-Pro Cup Series. If for some reason you just got here, welcome. But this should be a good one. We've got we had a hell of a game the last game we cast in the semifinals. And our victor was Penguin Massacre. They're going to be on the dire side. It looks like they're already starting with a very different draft than they played last game. They're going to be going up against FNMDX, which we've cast before, but that was a couple weeks ago at least. And we're going to see what they can bring to the finals here. Let's catch up in our draft. Undying Alchemist banned out by the Radiant side. Doom and Slaughter banned out by the Dire. We had Night Stalker and Dazzle getting picked up by Penguin Massacre. Shadow Fiend and Earthshaker are the picks for FNMDX. So expect Shadow Fiend mid, Earthshaker roaming around doing his thing as a support. Night Stalker, well, we don't know.
Dire team ban.
Can be played as a position 4, can be played as an offlaner. Hell, we even saw him get played as a mid against a Shadow Fiend earlier tonight in our first game.
Team banned.
Dazzle, very defensive support. The other defensive support just gets banned out by them. The Winter Wyvern. I shouldn't say the other one as if there's only 2 defensive supports, but those are the 2 big ones. Interesting. So, Huskar getting banned out, and then once again the respect ban on the Meepo. Of course, Ink Dota. It's his big signature hero, the Meepo. But that gets banned out.
Dire team
Brood Mama is going to be the last ban here for the Dire side. Now the pick's up to them. What do you do here? There's so much you can do. You can pick your mid hero to go up against the Shadow Fiend, unless you want to put your Night Stalker there. I'm assuming that Bacon's going to be playing mid.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't really think Night Stalker's Bacon's kind of hero mid, but I could be completely wrong on that.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
We're taking time here. Okay, they're going to go after the Tusk again.
Radiant team pick.
So Tusk, Dazzle, pretty common, pretty standard support duo. I guess there is the off chance that Night Stalker is mid and the Tusk is off. Could put the Tusk off and Dazzle Night Stalker is your support duo. That also works. They may both be like...
10 seconds remaining.
We could just have like a real hard 5 Dazzle and Tusk and Night Stalker kind of sharing the off lane. That can work too.
Reserve time.
Either way, there's a lot of flexibility for this Dire side. Both teams not drafting too quick. Darkseer gets picked up.
Dire team pick.
Darkseer, one of these heroes that he almost came out of nowhere in TI5. And all of a sudden everyone started picking him, and then he was one of the most contested picks in TI5. And ever since then he's just been a top tier pick, if not one of the best offlaners in the game.
10 seconds remaining.
And I say that, but he has kind of fallen a little bit from being kind of first ban material in TI. And we're talking about a different patch, but he's fallen a little bit from there so that he's not getting banned in the first set, and he's getting picked off fairly early, but he's making his way to the picks, which is important. But Slardar's kind of become one of those heroes that just says, you know what, let's just get rid of this damn hero and doom another one. Well, they'll pick up the Wind Ranger, and that looks like it's going to be Bacon's hero again. So it's just going to be a hard carry left for the Dire side. For a Radiant side,
5 seconds remaining.
We've got a hard carry and a support. Support that's going to pair with the Earthshaker well. It's going to work with them.
Reserve time.
Huh. What do we got? Something range disable. Once again, Witch Doctor comes to mind. Surprisingly, we haven't seen Witch Doctor played at all tonight. And he's definitely one of the top tier supports. Still taking their time here. I just want to hop into game. That last game got me all excited. That was a fun game. It was a really fun game to cast. Hope this final can be as much fun as that previous game. Gyrocopter is going to be the pick. It's funny that we've seen Gyrocopter played on the same side as Darkseer in the 2 games we saw the Darkseer. There we go, Witch Doctor getting banned out, so they're recognizing the fact that Witch Doctor is a strong pick for them. Obviously FNMDX had or most likely had the Witch Doctor on their radar, but they valued the Gyrocopter instead.
10 seconds remaining.
And they ban out the Anti-Mage here.
Team pick.
And yeah, there's going to have to be something to go late from the Dire side. Or they could go super aggressive. Maybe Spectre? I don't like Spectre against the Darkseer though.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I wonder if you go with something like a Dusa. Maybe you just don't have to go that late. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much. But you do have to keep in mind the threat of an aggro is there. I don't think we're going to see it, but it is there. Earthshaker Gyro +1. Yeah, they are going to go with the Spectre. Okay.
Radiant team pick.
They definitely took a moment to think about it, though. I think they had the same kind of idea that I did, that the Spectre isn't... It's not ideal. It's not ideal. It's a good pick, but it's not ideal, and it's going to be a little bit rough early on. The Darkseer is going to be able to put a lot of pressure on. They don't really have too much to help the Spectre against some of that pressure. Of course, you got the Dazzle Heal. That's always nice.
5 seconds remaining.
If the Spectre kind of goes with the Vanguard build, then he will be able to deal with it a little bit more, because he'll have the regen and stuff like that. But of course, you want to be able to get that Radiance. Like, if you can rush that Radiance to get that Radiance fast, then that's obviously the best for you. But the Darkseer might be able to put enough pressure on, so it's just going to be difficult for the Radiance rush. But you've got so much you can do. You can jump into the jungle. The problem I have with that is you don't have anyone to then take the lane. So, I don't know. Jakiro's going to be the final pick, though, for FNMDX. So that's going to be their second support. We knew it had to be something that was ranged, so it's going to give them some disable, maybe some slow. Jakiro provides all that.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, here we go. As we hop into this, our grand finals for the Semi-Pro Cup Series. And let's see what we got. Let's introduce our teams and our players. On the Radiant side, we got FNMDX Playing their Darkseer is going to be Showstopper. We got Zing playing the Gyrocopter. Restart is going to be playing the Shadow Fiend. Monster is going to be playing the Earthshaker. We'll see if he can get some big monster plays this game. We got Dig playing the Jakiro. For our Dire side, they fortunately don't have a name to tag up as in game, but they are the Penguin Massacre. So we have Bacon as Beast playing the Wind Ranger once again. Jordan the Jet playing the Tusk once again. This is where it starts getting a little bit different than what we saw last game. We've got Dory playing the Night Stalker.
30 seconds to
Ink
battle.
Dota playing the Spectre, and Hora is going to be playing the Dazzle. As for our starting items, they actually haven't pooled anything to Bacon. Maybe a little unusual there, but no tangos for the Wind Ranger just yet. Dory just stepping past an Observer Ward already placed by the Radiant side to place a Lane Ward. So now they know that the Lane Ward's there. So they're definitely... This Lane Ward means two things. They want to potentially protect the Spectre against any kind of aggro coming out. If they think that's a possibility, this ward will help them to some extent. But mainly, if they're assuming the Darkseer is going to be up here, it's to help them make sure that they can zone out this Darkseer as much as possible early on to try to prevent him from getting those early levels. Spoke about it in a previous game. Darkseer, all he wants is levels, levels, levels. And if he can get those early, then the gold will come to him. So yeah, we're seeing quite a bit of that right now, just zoning him out. And they're bringing the Sentry Ward up here so that I can de-ward that. And that's actually going to give him 50 gold, so not the worst thing in the world. But let's quickly go over our lanes. Shadow Fiend versus Wind Ranger in the mid lane. Defensive tri-lane, Jakiro, Earthshaker, and Gyrocopter going up against the Tusk. As we're going to have a Fissure come out in the bottom lane. It's not going to be enough to completely block off Jordan the Jet there, so he's able to retreat. Does take quite a bit of right-click damage coming out from Dig. But in our top lane, it is going to be a Darkseer going up against a defensive tri-lane of Night Stalker, Dazzle, and all the way up here, the Spectre. They actually dropped a Sentry to de-ward that Sentry that Showstopper placed earlier. And once again, continually zoning him out, making it very, very difficult for this Darkseer. So that Sentry unfortunately didn't catch the Observer Ward. Kind of an unusual place to place that Sentry, but... Tusk doing his standard shenanigans with the Ice Shards. We got action at the top. A Showstopper was going for top rune, and they cut him off there. Once again, Tango, Clarity himself back up. As he continues to Ion Shell spam on the creeps and tries to get a little bit of gold and hopefully a little bit of XP if he can. He's going to double Ion Shell this wave. Bacon and Restart exchanging blows here in the mid lane, and Power Shot comes out, but Restart's got haste activated, so he's going to be able to run away from that Power Shot. And still, Showstopper sitting at 50 XP. They're really focusing on zoning him out. Dory's actually at 0. Hasn't earned any XP at all this game on this Night Stalker. Bottom lane, Tusk about to hit level 3. So they haven't been able to zone him out anywhere near as well. There we go. They'll find the Observer Ward. And that'll force Jordan the Jet to play a lot safer in this off lane. Just gets another Ice Shard block off. And that'll help bring the creep wave back to him. That's something that we should note as well. You know, it's all much harder to zone out an off-lane Tusk on the Dire side. Well, he can do it on the Radiant side too, but But yeah, Darkseer doesn't have that available to him. He's got different ways to manipulate the creep wave though. He's gonna play up here as he's got this observer ward spotting him out to the side, and he's gonna retreat. Not quite hitting level 2.
Yes.
It's almost too late now. Like the 2 isn't really that valuable. Of course, it's gonna be valuable because it allows him to pop surge and run away at max move speed. That's obviously gonna be valuable. But he's falling so far behind now. He just wants another level in Ion Shell to start putting more pressure on the Spectre. And, you know, I mentioned it in the draft about how much pressure the Darkseer will be able to put onto the Spectre. As actually in the mid lanes, they lead with Fissure, and Baking gets finished off with Razes. But I was starting to look at the action in the top lane because they're going on Showstopper, who's hiding off in the side shop. But he'll get away. There's that surge coming to use. But yeah, I was mentioning in the draft about the Darkseer being able to put pressure on the Spectre, and they obviously realized that what was going to happen here, and they said, you know what, we're just going to hard zone this Darkseer and make sure that he doesn't get any levels under his belt. If he doesn't get those higher levels of Ion Shell, that means he won't be able to put that pressure on the Spectre, or he won't be able to manage it. On top of that, Ink, look what he's picked up. A Ring of Health. He's going after the Vanguard first, not going straight into Relic Radiance. So definitely respecting the fact that that Darkseer is going to make it a little bit more difficult than you'd really like. So the thing I don't know is how it's going to scale is what's going to happen with this Night Stalker being so far behind right now. He's still level 1. And yeah, we're in our first night, but it's a level 1 Night Stalker. So he doesn't even have Hunter in the Night. I guess he does have 1 point in Void, and that's really all you need to slow it hero down and potentially get the kill. They smoked up and they're hiding in mid lane, but Restart's really hanging back here. And he's playing super safe. They know that the supports are gone in the top lane. In fact, they smoked right here, so they probably were spotted by the observer ward. Didn't see any pings come out, but they definitely know the smoke, or they know a rotation has happened. They don't necessarily know that it was a smoke. Although they could have. As for our CS, Restart leading the way, 42-10. The Wind Ranger who's up against 31-1, so Shadow Fiend's starting to take over that lane. Safe lane farmers, their battle, 43-4 for the Spectre versus 38-22 denies for this Gyrocopter. As he gets another 23. And then the battle of the offlaners. Obviously, Darkseer is going to be winning this one in terms of CS. 23-24-0 now. Versus 3-0 for the Tusk. But obviously, you start looking at XP and Jordan the Jet's a full level ahead of the Darkseer. Ping's coming out. They're going to go on Showstopper, maybe? No. Able to back away in time. Good action potentially happening here in the bottom lane as Dory was off to the side. He has hit level 2. Does have Hunter in the Night. That's why he's moving so quickly. And now he's just going to TP away, realizing that he's in a bad position. Now, action in the top lane. Horror wraps around behind Showstopper. He is slowed down by Horror's Q, but once the surge comes out, you're at max move speed, and Ink will actually even pop the Haunt and jump on him to finish off that Darkseer. So the first kill on the board for the Dire side, and it goes to their Spectre.
Radiant's middle tower
quite
is under attack.
Quite a bit more passive than the last game we saw. And I see the cap on the end of that Dota Tom saying Vanguard or saving Ring of Health for the Refresher Orb. I see the cap, I know, but he's almost done it. In fact, he was almost done it, and now he's once again going after his Aquila. So a little bit further away from finishing that off. He may actually not choose to finish the Vanguard. That's an option too, I guess.
That wasn't nice.
Nice.
I looked away at the wrong moment as they were going on Bacon in the middle. And once again, leading with a fissure followed by raises. And they get their second kill. The first one happened exactly the same way. As they drop that Wind Ranger once again. Showstopper now farming up one of those camps, and Dory comes on him. Oh no, he gets hit by the Void. Rate of Surge wears off, and
Dire's middle tower.
oh wow, he will survive. The nice TP timing coming out from Monster there. The fissure was there. Showstopper dropped down to 20 HP, but they weren't able to finish him off. The kill total still remains 2-1.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
A lot of damage going in on this tier 1. I think there's a lot of value right now in the current meta on heroes that are able to take the mid tier 1 tower. I think it's really, really valuable being able to drop that mid tier 1 tower. Oh, they're going to go on restart here. Snowball leading the way. Bacon will throw the shackle and it will latch. But oh, here we go. Restart, letting the Requiem fly. There it goes. Dory's going to go down first. Ink, who haunts it on in, he's going to go down as well. Bacon's going to go down. Hora and Jordan the Jet are the only ones left. They're trying to run away. Ice Shards will fly out. It'll just go through all of them. It's not actually going to block anyone off. And Fissure almost getting Hora there, dropping him down to 38 HP. Monster getting incredibly low as well. He goes down to about 70. But everyone on the Radiant side, FNMDX, will get away safely. As we bring up our show fight recap here. And that's about a 1,700 gold swing for the Radiant side. On top of that, they get a tower as well, so it's even more gold. And restart claiming the last hit on that one. So we'll take a quick rundown looking at all our heroes and see what they've got so far. We've got the Darkseer working towards his mech. He's got the Buckler recipe, and a Hedra's finished. So mech on its way, but still quite a ways out. We've got Zing with the Helm of the Dominator on the Gyrocopter, treads, and just kind of your standard stuff there. Take a look at Dig while he's here. Just boots. Restart. Actually, his Tranquils just flew in, so just finishing those. Restart has gone Treads, Aquila, Yasha, and now he's picked up almost a Sange. Just needs to finish the belt of strength, and he'll have his S and Y finished. And the last hero I haven't covered yet is Monster, who's got his Arcane Boots and sitting at 340 gold. So starting to work on that grind towards the Blink Dagger for him. Now we'll take a look at our Dire side. Bacon just finished his phase boots after getting ganked there. He's got a Null Talisman, Bottle, and Magic Wand. Well, Jordan the Jet, he's got his Arcanes. But that's pretty much it. Hora just his boots and typical supporting stuff. Ink, Treads, Aquila, Ring of Health, and 1,000 gold on hand as we've got action potentially brewing in the top lane here, but Dire thinks better of it. They're going to back away. Bacon was kind of behind them.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Invis potentially trying to set something up, but they position themselves well enough to make Radiant think twice about the engage, and then they backed away at the proper time. Created enough space for Ink to get the deny on the tier 1 tower. So
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think Dory's the only one I haven't covered in terms of items. He's a little bit far. He's all the way down the bottom lane, so we're not going to take a look at that just yet.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's just got boots and urn.
Dire's structures.
And yeah, they're actually going to sacrifice their top tier 2 tower here. Immediately TP to the bottom lane so that they can get some farm and potentially put some pressure on this bottom tier 1. But we've got action in the mid as well, as Bacon was trying to put some pressure on that one. But Showstopper comes back to defend that. We got a TP to the bottom lane from Monster.
Dire's
the top tier 2 will go down. Radiant, or Dire, excuse me, not able to claim any towers. I can't speak tonight, guys. Jeez. I feel like I say that every night, though. Maybe it's just me not respecting the fact that I just can't speak. More pings coming out in the bottom lane as they want to potentially go on Ink here. They're going to lead with the fissure. Monster's going to walk up. He's going to actually echo. Then he's going to slam the ground with his totem. But Ink's just going to throw a dagger and run into the trees. He doesn't have a TP to TP away. Horror's going to come in and give him a heal. He does have Haunt available, and he will just keep quelling, blading himself out of there.
Double damage!
Unfortunately, that wasn't timed well enough, and Ink will get away as Monster. Use the Echo Slam there. Now Ink will TP up to the top lane and get some farm up there, but Zing, well, he's farming an Ancient stack that has been stacked thanks to his Helm of the Dominator creep. And meanwhile, his team's making a nice rotation towards the bottom tier 1 tower to potentially push and bring that
Radiant's
down.
middle
But
tower
Dory,
is
everyone
under
knows
attack.
what's going on here with the Ancients. They've got an Observer Ward. And now
Radiant's
Zing's actually going to
structures
rotate
are
and stop
fortified.
the pressure getting applied to the mid tier
Dire's
1
bottom tower is
from
under
the support
attack.
Dazzle of all heroes. And they
Dire's
lose
bottom tower
another tier
has
1 tower.
fallen.
Radiant definitely recognizing the fact that they have an advantage here. As they're going to keep pushing it and keep taking towers while they can. Dire's not completely going to give this one up though. They look like they're going to defend this bottom tier 2 as they've got a couple of heroes here. Jordan the Jet's going to throw in Ice Shards. He's got no mana though. I'm not sure if Radiant was actually able to see that. No, nice Ice Path will catch Dory, and then a Fissure will trap his escape as well. Ooh, nice Shackle coming up from Bacon. Will trap Restart and Dig Dig. Shallow Grave getting used on the Night Stalker, but another great Ice Path coming out.
How could it be?
The plays coming out from Dig Dig on this Jakiro. Sand getting picked up by Zing, so he's going to go with an SNY build. Ink, still, like I said, hasn't finished that Vanguard. That was an option. And he's just going to go straight for the Relic, sitting at 2,200 gold. Got enough to buy a Blink Dagger. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's been a rough game for Bacon. Look at his gold right now. Just as a point booster, it's been a rough game. Right before our potential action at the bottom tier 2, I did switch it over to the net worth in the top left so we can take a look at where everyone stands and Restart. Just about to break 10k net worth. 137 CS, 16 minutes in the game. Some impressive stuff. That is some good farm. There we go. 10k at 16 minutes and 45 seconds. More action in the bottom lane. Dig Dig once again. Lands the Ice Path, but now put him in a bad position as Jordan the Jet snowballs forward. Ice Shards, and we're going to even have a Haunt coming in from Ink as he's going to throw out the dagger. That's going to slow down Monster. Showstopper's actually going to put an Ion Shell on him. Surge not available, it's available now. He's already popped the mech as well, and Radiant side, they're just going to re-engage here. Ink's going to TP out. They don't have a way of canceling it with the Fissure just going out there. Ice Shard's going to slow their chase, and well, they'll just clean up the creep wave and maybe potentially push this bottom tier 2. Nope, they're just going to go... yeah, I don't know. Indecisiveness coming out from them. They don't have mech available. Darksteer's low on HP. The Gyrocopter, excuse me, not the Jakiro. The Gyrocopter was kind of low on mana, but they've got Arcane Boots. They've got the ones on Earthshaker, which is just about to come up, and Showstopper had the other ones, which were already popped.
Dire's
Yeah,
structures
Showstopper now,
are fortified.
250 HP. Does have mech available in 15 seconds. So they will have that
Radiant's
soon.
middle tower has fallen.
Ink gets the mid tier 1. And yeah, now the Radiance is going to back away here. Maybe a little bit of mistake there from them. They thought they can potentially push this tier 2, but they're really hesitant with how low they were in terms of HP on the Darkseer, the mana on their Gyrocopter, though they managed to get that back up. But they really just didn't have the ability to go forward onto that tier 2, and maybe it would have been the right play just to come back and defend the tier 1 so that Ink wasn't able to get more gold there. Speaking of his gold, where is he sitting? Almost 3,700 gold. So 132. Well, as I say that, my math goes off because he's getting gold constantly. But yeah, so he's going to have enough for a relic to get purchased immediately as soon as he hits 3,800. And that means the Radiance is so close. This one's not over yet. We do see FNMDX dominating the play for the most part, but kill total is only 6-2. They had an advantage. They were taking towers, but they haven't taken the important structures, which is going to be the racks and, of course, the throne. And I think Ink might start becoming a hero that they're really going to have to start worrying about. Now they're going for Roche here. Power shot did come out from Bacon, so they know he's in there. As they continue to go on Roshan here, Ice Shards will fly through. It'll actually trap both carries together.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Roche will go down. Aegis is going to get picked up by Zing on the gyrocopter, but still no engage coming out from the Dire side. Quickly do a quick cycle through the items.
Dire's
Guarding Greaves for
the
Darkseer. Gyro's got the Aegis and S and Y. Helm of the Dom and S and Y for the Shadow Fiend as well. Earthshaker, 2,100 gold right now. Almost has his Blink Dagger. Getting real close to that. Jakiro. Looks like Yule Scepter is going to be on the way for him. Sitting at 900 gold. It's getting pretty damn close to almost having enough for that. Just needs about 500 more gold. And with that tier 2 tower, that's going to be the Blink Dagger for the Earthshaker. As it'll take a quick cycle through the Dire heroes. Got Staff of Wizardry getting added on for Bacon. He's got another 1,000 gold, so about 900 gold away from completing his Aghanims on the Wind Ranger. Jordan the Jet, he's got his Mech and Arcanes. What has Dory got? Just the Urn and Treads. There it is. Just buys it now. Ink buys the Radiance recipe. He's actually going to TP back to base. Doesn't have mana to really do anything anyways. He knows there's potentially a fight going to happen in the bottom lane. And now he's got his Radiance. He's ready to fight. And Horror's the last one left. He's got his Boots and Medallion. Here we go. Here's the push for that tier 2. And they're going to give it up here. So it's just going to be a free tier 2 tower for the Radiant side. And that is the last tier 2 tower left standing for them. And now all their pushes are going to have to be uphill. Trying to break the tier 3s and get access to those racks. Actually, I don't think I've brought up the gold graph here, but FNMDX, they've been dominating the play. They've been definitely taking over the map. Up to 12k gold lead, but now the Spectre's a hero, and it's going to be quite difficult for them moving forward. Almost 9,000 XP lead as well. There's that Yule Scepter getting finished by Dig. But now comes the hard part for the Radiant. That uphill push. Because unfortunately, Showstopper has stopped the show. His game has crashed, so he's just going to have to reconnect in a second. And I'm going to take this moment to take a quick sip of water. And we'll be back in just a second. Alright, they're back, they're ready to go, and so am I, so here we go. This is a moment where they're going to try to push uphill. They have seen Ink up in the top lane, so they do know that he has their Radiance ready. They're just going to send Dig up there. Shackle's going to fly through and it's actually going to latch, but there's no follow-up there. That would be
top tower is under
not
attack.
the kind of fight they want to go for. Either way, they wanted to sit uphill. Defend, 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 while Ink just sits on the other side of the map.
Radiant
This is the advantage of
structures
having
are
Haunt
fortified.
on your carry.
Radiant's
Of
top
course, you can always
tower is
TP
under
in, but...
attack.
Uh-oh. He got blink echoed from Monster, and he's actually going to go down. But we got to engage in the bottom lane. They saw the heroes going up there. And now, Jordan the Jet's going to go down. 3 heroes left alive here versus 3 heroes on the other side.
Radiant's top tower is under
Ice Path will once again, very well placed, will land on 2 heroes there. But unfortunately, they're not able to really follow up on it. This wall of replica isn't really ideally placed here for them going forward.
Dire's structures
We'll continue to chip away at this tier 3 tower. It's down to about half HP. Zing's making his way back towards his team. Taking a couple creeps with him. But here's the trouble. So you've got 4 heroes now on the side of the Dire, and now the Spectre's respawning. Your Earthshaker's not quite there. You're going to quickly find yourself in a 4v5 situation. Monster's going to be there
Dire's
shortly,
bottom
though.
tower has fallen.
Wow, they're able to get the tier 3 and back away safely. Thought maybe there was an opportunity there, but I guess it's a lot harder for the Dire to make that call. They don't know how far away Monster is. Couple items coming out here. MKB for the Shadow Fiend. What else did we have? Plate Mill getting picked up. Aghanim's finished for the Wind Ranger. The Plate Mill was on the Darkseer, by the way, I guess. I'm probably cycling through this a little quick. Ogre Cloud for the Night Stalker. Yeah. So what's the play here for the Radiant side? Do they wait for another Roche? I don't think so. I think they can push. The pick off here on the Night Stalker is pretty big for them. Although he doesn't really have anything, it's still a pick off that could potentially allow them to push uphill here. Monster's taking a lot of damage, but it's okay. He doesn't get low enough for them to potentially push here. And this, I think this is an option to push here. Echo's just coming up. And it's a quick 4v5. Gonna have 20 seconds or so without the Night Stalker. It's not the biggest advantage, but it's an advantage nonetheless. And for Shadow Fiends across the map, I think you should have TP'd a little bit earlier. TP's now. Well, they're gonna go here. Zing! Well, here's a nice wall. Will we get a vacuum behind it? We won't. Where's the vacuum? Oh, it's already been used. No mistake, but either way, it's working out for them. They got 2 hero kills, but never mind, it's not working out. They're losing heroes. Ink jumps in, he gets a triple kill. There's that Radiance paying off, and the Shadow Fiend just now gets there.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
So they got the pick off on the Night Stalker. It looked like they were preparing themselves for a nice push there, and it looks like the Shadow Fiend just TP'd a little bit too late. Took him a little bit too long to get there, but at the same time, yeah, you see the pings on the map. Like, he just pinged the bottom tier 1 here, and then he also pinged up here, which is where he was. That he wasn't there. He had to TP to the bottom tier 1 to come up and join them. So, you know, maybe just a little bit of miscommunication there. They thought the Shadow Fiend was going to be there a little bit sooner. He unfortunately wasn't, and it just took him a little bit too long to get there. His team engaged a little preemptively, I think, with regards to his positioning. And they got punished, and now that was a lot of gold for the Spectre. Triple kill. That's a Yasha. He actually he sold his Ring of Health. So it was a huh? There's a casual Ring of Health that he sold and sold his Stout, and then picked up a Vitality Booster, which of course would have completed his Vanguard, but I'm guessing Heart's going to be his next item choice. A little bit unorthodox there, but whatever. And now we've got them beating away on the racks again. They're 5 seconds before Haunt's available, but not able to bring down the range racks. Brought down to 22 HP, and of course it's range, so it won't regen. As Ink continues to put pressure on the top lane. FNMDX tries to break this bottom base.
Dire's bottom barracks has
Range
fallen.
Rax is down. They've got a Yule Scepter off onto Bacon. Call down comes out. Haunt comes in from the Spectre, and he's going to jump in. Who's he going to go on? He's going to go on to the Shadow Fiend and the Darkseer. He's going to get the Darkseer first. Shadow Fiend going quite low. But Zing doing work at the same time. 2 buybacks come out from the Night Stalker and the Tusk, and this has actually been enough to stop the Radiant from continually pushing, but it did cost them two buybacks. Show fight recap, see what we got here. It's still a 1,400 gold swing in favor of FNMDX with the 2 buybacks. So they get the range racks, but they want to start getting these racks. It's these melee racks and start putting more pressure on. The longer and longer this game goes, the stronger the Spectre is going to get and the more of an issue he's going to become. And just as I said he was going to get hard, I believe this is a Manta flying in. Yeah, it's a Manta flying in for him. So I'm getting it wrong all the way, all across the board this game, but it's going to be a Manta for him. Maybe it's a Heart next. Zing's got that fresh BKB. That'll help him quite a bit in the next fight. Almost have a 4 staff on the Earthshaker. Looks like a BKB is on its way for the Shadow Fiend as well. Sitting at 900 gold. Just needs the recipe for that. Bacon got his Blink Dagger. Dory still sitting with the Ogre Club, but he had to buy back. And Jordan also just kind of sitting with the mech and the Arcanes. He had to buy back as well. Showstopper up to 2,300 gold, so Shiva's getting closer.
Damage!
Of course he wants that Mystic Staff. Already got the Plate Mail. Yeah, they're definitely just waiting for the Shadow Fiend to finish his BKB, and then they'll probably take another stab at pushing here. Might just wait for Roche as well. Restart just bought the BKB. It's going to be flying in on the courier. And this could potentially be a timing for them to push. Where's Dory going? Sending the little sigil, scouting Roche for them. They've actually got two creeps in there just hanging out. Roche is up, and this could very well be a huge fight. Both teams know Roche is up. Ice Shards will trap them all nicely. 3 of them are trapped inside there. Dory's going to start coming in. They will pop the Haunt from the Spectre. Roche getting very low. Oh my gosh, huge Raccoon flies. It will be a double kill for the Shadow Fiend. Zing also getting a kill onto the Dazzle. Ink now getting trapped in another Ice Pack. Very well placed by Dig. And that's going to be 4 heroes dead. Dory, ooh, just TP's out in time as he drops down to just under 200 HP. But it's 4 heroes dead on the Dire side. They do have buybacks on the 2 cores there. The Spectre and the Wind Ranger are available to buy back. But just them and a Night Stalker isn't going to be enough to defend this melee rack, so they're going to have to cut their losses on this one. And I think they might just push this and then go back for Roche. Darkness gets popped by the Night Stalker. No, the pings are to go to mid. So they want to take this mid tier 3 tower. And yeah, I think they actually have enough time to bring it down. Glyph. Wind Ranger's going to be back up. The tier 3 should go down. Will they stick around for Roche? Or for Rax is the next question. There goes the tier 3. And they're starting to hit the melee racks. Maybe a little bit of indecision here. Shackle will fly out, won't latch. Zing is going to get hit by a snowball though. Ice Shards will kill the Jakiro, and then they're going to lose the Gyrocopter as well as Ink gets a double there. Zing, right before he goes down, actually manages to get a kill onto Bacon. Is it Bacon? No, it's Dory, excuse me. Fora going down as well. Bacon bought back here, and ooh, nice little re-engage here. Showstopper with a very nice vacuum, and that's going to give Restart his triple kill. Ink getting stunned up by the Fissure. Slap the totem on the ground, stun him up again. He's going to try to back away a different way. A long shackle shot comes flying in, latches restart to a tree, and Ink actually pops his dagger and moves up onto the high ground there. But Restart's still going to hang around. 600 HP, does have BKB available. He's already used it once, but is back up off cooldown.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Monster will throw out the stun, and they get the range racks, and looks like they're going to back away. But here comes the haunt from Ink, and this could be disastrous for FNMDX. Requiem will fly as Ink going to try to go after Monster here. He will get the kill. Showstopper's going to be his next target. He's going to get that. Hora has to shallow grave himself, and Ink Dota in the man fight with the Shadow Fiend. He actually won't get the kill for the triple. Bacon's going to get the last hit there, and that's 1,500 gold for the Wind Ranger. Show fight recap. That's a big gold swing. That little play there, that re-engage on those 3 heroes. 5,800 gold going the way of the Dire side. And let's give it a minute, and then we'll take a quick look at our gold graph and see what that did. But I definitely think this Dire side is becoming scarier and scarier for them to deal with. But bottom set of racks already gone. Mid tier 3 gone. Mid range racks gone. But the melee rack still left standing. Let's bring it up. Our net worth. It was over 20k. It's starting to come down a little bit. But it's still going to take a little bit of time to update here. But probably still about a 20k lead for FNMDX. XP is about the... there we go. It updates. It's down to about 6k lead for FNMDX in terms of XP. It's not the biggest thing in the world. And this comes down to about, what is that, 1,800 maybe? Or 18,000 net worth lead. Heart gets picked up by Ink, and oh boy. Chrysalis on the Wind Ranger. Ghost Scepter. That's actually a pretty big pickup for Hora. Helps keep him alive to some extent. From the right clicks potentially coming out from the Shadow Fiend. As long as he doesn't get blown up by the magic damage, then he should be fine. The Ghost Scepter will help keep him alive. We've almost got an Aghanim Scepter finished by the Night Stalker as well. Things are coming together here for Penguin Massacre, but FNMDX looking for an opening here. They've been so relentless, just looking to push up here on the high ground. It's going to be the moment where they go uphill. The bottom lane's pushing. Shackle will latch Showstopper to a creep. Grave getting used very, very early there on the Bacon. He didn't have a buyback, so they had to use it pretty liberally there. And well, Monster going to lay down the Echo Slam. They're trying to go after Ink here. Ice Pass will trap him. Showstopper is standing ahead of him with the Iron Shell, getting some damage in, but it's not. He actually goes down. Ink Dota throws out his daggers and tries to re-engage, but Monster's there with the stuns. As they're trying to right-click him down, they will get the kill. That's a dominating streak going the way of the Shadow Fiend. There is no buyback available for Ink. Still on cooldown for another 3 minutes. Night Stalker will buy back though, so Dory's going to start running at them. We're going to get another buyback from the Radiant side actually. Showstoppers, he wants to get involved. Actually, he's just going to go up and farm the top lane. If we lose Dig Dig and we lose Join the Jet, Zing taking a little bit of a beating here from the tower, but what does he really have to be scared of? A Night Stalker and a Dazzle? But Jory's going to start running in. He knew he had Monster in behind, and the Fissure's there to keep him alive. Ooh, the Urn's on him. He will just turn around. Nice timing there. Knows exactly when that Shallow Grave is about to finish. Kills him as soon as it does, and now they're going to go after the last set of racks. GG will get called from our Dire side, and that's going to be it for the Semi-Pro Cup Series for this week. As FNMDX take it. Wow. Penguin Massacre had some moments in this game where they looked like they were definitely coming back in it, but it took them just a little bit too late to get in there. They unfortunately, and in that last fight, there was that engage where Bacon almost got blown up early in the fight. They had to use that Grave. Then Ink was looked like he was doing some work. Then he got really separated from his team, and well, they were able to bring him down and No buyback available, still on cooldown. Bacon's was still on cooldown as well. That's why they had to shallow grave so early. But FNMDX, they had some impressive play. They dominated early on. This little advantages, getting more and more gold. Shadow Fiend, restart. His farm in net worth was really, really impressive early on in the game. You know, it kind of fell off as it went later and later in the game. Still finished with 704 GPM. But his farm early on in the game really helped his team go and take more towers. And they just kind of snowballed off that tower gold. And, well, they were able to keep the pressure on so that the Spectre didn't have as much time as he'd like. Finished the game in 37 minutes. And they win SCS for the week. Well, guys, that was a lot of fun casting that game. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that as much as I did. And we'll be back doing it again next week. I cast SCS every Sunday, so hit me up with a follow on this channel and you know I'll be casting. But yeah, if you missed some of the games tonight, I will be uploading them to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/NizCast. So if you missed any of the games, you can see the VODs. So they'll be up by tomorrow sometime. I had a little bit of difficulty uploading some stuff last week, but hopefully that I won't run into those same problems this week. But definitely the semi-finals from tonight was a lot of fun to cast. Yeah, besides that, I got a Twitter at NizCast, where I tweet about everything I'm doing. I haven't really tweeted too much recently. I tweeted that I went live tonight, but beyond that, didn't really tweet too much. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you're interested in playing in SCS next week, head over to semiprodota.com. You can sign up and play. That's where the brackets are as well. So that's all the information you need there. Besides that, check out NA Dota, and I'm gonna just see if we can find someone to host to pass all the viewers over to. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week.